Good afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to the Cardinal Sports Network presentation of basketball at Trinity Valley Community College. We are coming to you live from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. And folks, you have joined us on a very special day at Cardinal Gym. Today is the day, at halftime of this game, as a matter of fact, as the Lady Cardinals take on the Tyler Junior College Apache Ladies, we will officially dedicate the court, Leon Spencer Court, in honor of the legendary former athletic director and head men's basketball coach here at Trinity Valley, Leon Spencer. We also have the men's game to follow today. It will tip off at 6 o'clock. And I'm Benny Rogers, the Sports Information Officer at Trinity Valley Community College, and I'm joined, like always, by Jason Larson, the editor of the Athens Daily Review. And Jason, I said earlier that it was a special day, but I think it's not too much to say it's also an historic day.
It is. When you think about Cardinal basketball, Benny, you think about Leon Spencer, and that's because of the time he spent here and the things he accomplished here. And really, honestly, more than that is just the guy that he is and the personality that he is. I think, just over a amount of time you get to know him, he's just so unique, and the fans love him, and that's why this is going to be such a big day.
We'll set up the women's game here momentarily, and at some point you'll see our cameras will get you some crowd shots, and you'll see folks that is really filling in nicely here. They're giving away commemorative buttons for the first 300 fans in attendance, so those are going to all be gone because we'll have well more than 300 here today. And the ceremony will be immediately at halftime of this game, so that's when the court will officially be dedicated. We have a nice ceremony scheduled.
Yeah, it's going to be a good deal, Benny. We've just, as people have been kind of filing in, just noting the people that are here, you can see how much people care about Leon, and how far a lot of folks have come to see him and kind of just pay him tribute.
Well, as a matter of fact, Jason, just as we were coming on air, we saw Guy Davis, the longtime men's basketball coach at Angelina College, and now it's still the athletic director. He and his wife were making their way into the arena, and that shows you how much respect they have for Coach Spencer, because Angelina's playing today.
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, there's a kind of a core group of coaches on that men's side that obviously just really got close over a lot of years because they were on the sidelines and coached against each other for so long. So, while it's a really competitive league, obviously, and everybody wants to win, it's kind of like lawyers, I guess. You hate them when you're on the court against it, but then you really get to respect and love those guys when you're not on the court.
Absolutely, Coach. Folks, it really is filling in here. This is going to be a packed house today. I just got this feeling that it's going to be. And back when we started the preparations for the Leon Spencer Court dedication ceremony back in August, we've been planning it that long, we let Coach Spencer pick the date because we wanted it to be a day special to him and his family could be here and everything. And he said, whenever we play Tyler at home. So Coach Spencer knows who the big rival is for the college. Let's set up the women's game. We're about 7.5 minutes away from tip-off. The Apache ladies, Jason, are struggling. They're coming into today's game with a record of 10-13. They're 3-7 in the conference. They were picked second to the Lady Cardinals in the coaches' preseason poll. The Lady Cardinals, on the other hand, are 23-1, the one loss being a forfeit to Weatherford when they didn't have enough players to play back in December, and they are 10-0 in conference. So, Jason, let's start with Tyler. Just unusual to see Tyler coming in struggling like they are.
Yeah, it really is, and, it's hard to prescribe why that's happening, but the fact is that, ultimately you look at the one-loss record and they are struggling, and it's typically a great matchup, but I still think it's going to be a good matchup today, Benny. You can see the records there on the screen now. I expect a really competitive game, but the Lady Cards have a chance to continue to do what they've been doing. And as we always mention from the other perspective, Tyler's got a big shot here, too, to come in here and do something big and maybe get things kind of swung around the other way.
Absolutely, Jason. I couldn't agree with you more about that. That's why the Lady Cardinals said still better be on edge a little bit. I noticed Danny Hughes has made his way into the arena. He's across the way, and, of course, Danny's a Cardinal Hall of Famer and played for Coach Spencer and coached with Coach Spencer. So it's good to see. It's always good to see Danny back. He's now an assistant coach for the SMU women's basketball program. We're going to see there's going to be a lot of folks here today, a lot of dignitaries here today, folks, that we'll point out to you as we see them come in, or we take note of them, because it's just that kind of day here. Now we'll take a look at the games going on in the rest of the conference today, and we'll set the men's games aside for the moment. On the women's side, of course, San Jacinto is at Angelina, Kilgore's at Panola, and Paris is at Blinn. Now, Kilgore's coming off a 30-point win over Tyler Wednesday night at home, and that one kind of stunned me there.
Well, they're obviously looking pretty strong right now, so it is the point differential is a big one. You don't see a whole lot of wins like that. We see a lot maybe here in Trinity Valley, but I agree with you. It was a stunning kind of a difference there, a point differential.
We'll take a look at the Lady Cardinals game-by-game results, Jason, and we'll see when they played Tyler back in January over at Wagstaff. They won 86-65. And the Lady Cardinals had a good first half, but in the final 7 minutes of the first half, when they had a comfortable lead, they only scored 4 points, or maybe that game gets way out of hand a lot earlier than it did. But we show you this, folks, to set up to tell you that the Lady Cardinals moved up to number 2 in the national rankings this week, and since then, Hutch lost Wednesday night. So the Lady Cardinals can now, we would assume, take over the number 1 spot next week if they take care of business today.
Yeah, and you know, I don't want to get too far ahead, Benny, but, you know, it's a really fun thing brewing. If you were in tune or plugged in at all to last season, what happened, that national championship game in Salina, Kansas, which is pretty much Hutch's backyard, was such an exciting thing, you know, and to see where it's coming now this year, you've got 1 and 2 again. It's just kind of boiling down to be a pretty interesting situation.
It absolutely is. And, Jason, the Lady Cardinals have won 40 straight home games, and they're going for number 41 today. And, ironically, the streak started against Tyler back in January of 2010. And the Lady Cardinals, since then, they played Tyler 3 times at home during that 40-game streak, and the margins have been 41, 36, and 35. That just blew me away that week when I ran across that number. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it is. You know, and I also sit here. Well, go ahead. I was just going to say, Tyler's won some big games in this gym, obviously, some very big games. So
absolutely.
Every year is different, and the team's change and all that, but you still have that kind of aura that sticks with the program.
And there you see last season, of course, the Lady Cardinals went 36-0, and they won every game at home last year by double digits. And now this year we look at what they've done at home, and again, every win's been a double-digit victory.
Yeah. I think the thing that this team has got to remember too, Benny, I don't know about remember, but just kind of keep on the forefront of their mind is to kind of hit the gas always. I mean, we've seen just times on these broadcasts when, you know, they might fall into a little bit of a lull, and they're not the only team. I think every team that plays any kind of sport in the country can do that. You know, when you're playing an opponent that, you know, you know, they might struggle with some low spots. You know, you kind of play down a little bit. So they need to really just make a statement today, I think, and play strong against a big rival.
Well, we're about 3 minutes away from the pregame ceremonies beginning, and we've got a nice crowd here already. This is going to keep filling in, I'm sure, as we get closer and closer to halftime and the dedication ceremony. I'm glad you joined us today, folks. I mean, it's a rainy day, a dreary day here in Athens, Texas. It's been cloudy all day. Seemingly been cloudy all week, although I guess we shouldn't complain compared to what the folks up in the Northeast are dealing with now. And maybe some of the folks watching today are from that area, and they know, hey, what are you complaining about a little rain?
How about we'll take a quarter of what they get so we can actually have a little snow here, and then maybe we'll take a little burden off of them too.
we can help each other out.
That's
I guess,
right. That's all we want to do is help them out.
There you go. The Apache ladies, I should say, folks, we mentioned they're 10 and 13. Their roster is now, I think they've got 8 players suited up today. Of course, the scary thing about that is, Jason, last year when Tyler came over here to play, the Lady Cardinals only had 6 players suited up, and that was a real good Tyler team last year that we were fearful of that the Lady Cardinals might struggle, and all they did was go out and win by 35 points.
Yeah, I mean, and that's not something you expected, but, you know, obviously over the years you kind of come to expect the unexpected from the Lady Cardinals. I know that's kind of a cliche, but you just never know what they can do. They had a game this year where they, you know, played with 5 and 1, and one of the 5 was a volleyball player. So, you know, I mean, they've got a lot of talent, and a lot of talent can do a lot of things that you wouldn't expect.
I'm going to tell you, it's really exciting, folks, from our vantage point to be able to look across the way and see certain people come in that, I mean, really, that are just here obviously for Coach Spencer's court dedication ceremony because they represent other schools or they've got other things that they're involved with today, and yet they've taken time out. It just shows you the respect that everyone has for Coach Spencer and his 42 years at the college as athletic director and head football coach. He was athletic director for 40 and a half years. And, Jason, I remember introducing Coach Spencer at a media day he attended 2 years ago out here at the college as a guest, and I remember telling him that I felt like that, you know, this conference stands on his shoulders, like he and Floyd Wagstaff's shoulders, Vernon Hart and people like that, Lewis Orr, that built this league and made it what it is.
Yeah, and they really, you know, I mean, they really did. You know, I know that Leon might not say that, but they really did. You mentioned some of those other guys like Lewis Orr and, you know, Guy Davis and guys that have been around, and, you know, they were really kind of there for the beginning of it, you know, so to speak, and yeah, it's just neat, and it's neat they're still around. It's neat that so many people get to see him, and that's why this is such a big deal today, just dedicating this court in his name and having him here for that.
It's just exciting. It's going to be that kind of day, folks. We're about to begin the pregame ceremonies, and when that begins, we will turn it over to public address announcer Tony Calave. He's filling in for Harold Jones today. Tony's a big supporter of the college and all his athletic programs, and they've asked him to fill in on the mic and be the PA announcer. So we'll turn it over to Tony as the starting lineup's introduced, and we have the playing of the national anthem. Cardettes were going through their paces there. They're going to form a welcome line for Coach Spencer when he's escorted onto the floor. If you saw them on the floor, you may have been wondering what the Cardettes, if they were getting ready to perform, but they're just going through a dress rehearsal. That's all that was. Again, thanks for joining us on the Cardinal Sports Network for today's TVCC TJC doubleheader here from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. Now we'll turn it over to Tony Calave, the public address announcer, for the pregame ceremonies.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Leon Spencer Court at the Cardinal Gym for today's first game featuring the Tyler Lady Apaches and your Trinity Valley Lady Cards. At this time, please stand and move your hands on our country flag for playing of the national anthem.
Is performed by the Cardinal Richmond. Now we'll have the starting lineups.
We request your cooperation by supporting these participants and officials in a positive manner. Negative comments, profanity, racist, sexist, or other offensive comments or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and allowed to remove from the facility. TJC, thank you for your cooperation. On the visitors side, with the season record of 10-13, we are hosting the Tyler Lady Apaches.
Tyler Apache Ladies are 10-13 and 3-7 in conference play. Number 1, Kim Munoz is averaging 7.7 points a game. Shernice Robertson is averaging 18.2 points a game. Carolina Lopez from Columbia, 6'2" sophomore. Number 24, Adrian Phillips, is averaging 8.6 points a game. And number 30, Bria Manuel, is averaging 8.7 points a game. Going to have the starting lineup for the Lady Cardinals. The Lady Cardinals will be playing without Shalante Allen today. The freshman out of Louisiana has kind of tweaked the knee, so she is going to be watching today's game. Victoria Wells, a 5'10" sophomore out of Los Angeles, California. Adit Bugaki, a 6'4" freshman out of Canada. Crystal Henderson is averaging 10.7 points a game. Adut is averaging 15.1 points a game. Rodrika Patton is getting a start today. She had a big game in Wednesday's win. She had 13 points, and she's followed out onto the floor by Shannon Smith. So we have the lineups now. We're about ready to go here in Lady Cardinal basketball against the Tyler Junior College Apache Ladies. Lady Cardinals going through their final moments of motivation at midcourt, and we'll be underway shortly. Did his levels increase? Again, the crowd continues to fill in here, and we will have the court dedication ceremony at halftime of this game. As soon as halftime begins, we will have the court dedication ceremony. The Lady Cardinals you see there are going through their final minute instructions from Elena Lovato in her her first full year as head coach. Of course, she finished the 2009-10 season as coach for the last 11 games. And the Apache ladies are coached by Trina Jones. She's now in her 13th season at Tyler Junior College, and I remember covering her when she was a standout basketball player at Grapeland High School, and I was sports editor at the Athens Daily Review. And we're about to be underway here for the first game of today's doubleheader from Leon Switcher Court at Cardinal Gym. The Lady Cardinals control the tip. Shannon Smith gives it up to Crystal Henderson. Henderson will run the show. Crystal's been struggling a little bit with her shooting touch, but I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't get it back here today. They get the ball to Aduke. She gets it over to Victoria Wells. Aduke puts up the jumper from outside and drains it. Aduke Bugak, and folks, as I said many times before on the webcast, she's got a great shooting touch outside, so that's not a fluke. Anytime you see the big 6'4" freshman knock one down from outside. Lady Cardinals in their full court pressure. They've already used 10 seconds. Of course, there is no 10-second call in women's basketball in the backcourt, but it did make Tyler burn 10 seconds, Jason.
Yeah, and we've talked about this before, obviously, but the harder you have to work to get a shot, and the less time you're going to have in the backcourt, I should say, the less time you're going to have in the front court to try to get a good look.
Apache ladies finally get it across court, make a wild pass, and the Duke Bugak's going to be called with a foul as she goes for the steal. Overcommitted herself a little bit. That's going to be her first personal foul, and obviously the team's first foul as well. Coming to you from Leon Switcher Court at Cardinal Gym. Apache ladies inbound. Get the ball down low. Shot was missed. Carolina Lopez missed the shot. Rebound goes out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Apache ladies. Have a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock. Nice job that time by Kim Munoz of getting her feet set and popping a little 15-foot jumper from the wing. And we are tied at 2. Lady Cardinals running a set, looking to get the ball inside to Baguette. Victoria Wells working from the wing, drives the baseline, pitches it out to Rodrika Patton. She puts up the three-pointers long, no good. And the rebound is controlled by the Apache ladies, Carolina Lopez. And there's a steal caused by Rodrika Patton. We see that quite often. She knows where the ball is at. Oh, and Crystal Henderson tried to find Shannon Smith down low. That would have been a tough shot for Shannon, though. She really didn't have good position there. That would have been a tough shot. So the Lady Cardinals turn it over. Savannah Carter is going to check in for Rodrika Patton. Savannah Carter, last time the Lady Cardinals played Tyler, I believe, as I remember, she was the high scorer that day in that game. Again, the Lady Cardinals working the press. They finally get it across half court with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. We're at 2-2. We have seen the Lady Cardinals get off to a couple of slow starts here at home the last couple of games, but they really turned it on late down the stretch. Three-pointer is up and no good, and we're going to have a foul. It's going to be charged to Adrian Phillips, number 24. She went over the back of Shannon Smith. Trinice Robertson put up the three-pointer because we mentioned Robertson was the leading scorer for the Apache ladies, averaging 18.2 points and 4.0 rebounds a game. And back come the Lady Cardinals. Doing a good job of working the ball around. Well, Gag puts up a three-pointer. Now that one was way off the mark there. And here come the Apache ladies trying to run. And they do a great job of getting the ball inside as Bria Emanuel slipped past Victoria Wells for an easy bucket. And that gives Tyler its first lead at 4-2. You don't want to let the underdog play around and get confidence. And we're going to have a travel violation on Savannah Carter. So Rodrika Patton is going to check back in. Is going to come back in for Victoria Wells. This will definitely be a pressing team on the floor here, Jason.
Yeah, and they were already giving them a hard time, Benny. It's taken them a while to get it over, and we've seen that all year long. So let's see how it affects them.
A little out of position. The Apache ladies are able to beat them down the thrower. But there she is again, Rodrika Patton forcing another turnover. Now Rodriguez running the break, dishes it off to Crystal Henderson. Henderson puts up the three-pointer, and she drains it. Crystal Henderson, who's been struggling lately shooting, as we mentioned, but that's a good sign for Crystal to get that first shot to fall. And there's a steal by Crystal Henderson, forced by the press, and here come the Lady Cardinals on the break. Shannon Smith gives it up to Savannah Carter. Savannah Carter misses the layup, and the Apache Ladies control. Three-pointer is blocked by Duke Bagak. And here come the Lady Cardinals. Was a fast pace right now. Lady Cardinals leading by a score of 5-4. Get the ball. Try to get the ball inside to Carter. It was batted away, but it was saved by Duke. Shannon Smith got 5 on the shot clock. Crystal Henderson puts up a three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Duke Bagag. She puts on the putback. She gets it to fall, and that's where the Lady Cardinals can hurt you inside. 7-4, great job by Duke of being in position to get the rebound on the missed three-pointer.
Benny, Lady Cardinals doing a good job early of getting in position for the rebound.
They are dominating the board. Phillips drove against Shannon Smith, but couldn't get the shot to fall. Duke puts up the shot, and it's blocked. Nice block by Carolina Lopez. Little contact, but no foul calls. You can see that the Apache Ladies, I should say, are really wanting to get the ball down low to Adrian Phillips, 6'2", sophomore out of League City, Texas. She's averaging 8.6 points a game. Kiana Dowdy checks into the game. She's really been coming on. Number 30 has really been coming on for the Lady Cardinals. And Sierra Henry, number 11, a 5'10" sophomore out of Palestine, checks into the game. No doubt she and Rodriguez Patton from nearby Natchez went at each other in high school a few times, Jason.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I bet they did.
18 on the shot clock. Lady Cardinals have really been doing a good job of D'ing up. Now, the second half against Angelina, they gave up 40. Oh, Lady Cardinals had a steal, but Doty's going to be called for the pushing foul, so that's going to save the Apache Ladies the turnover. 7-4 Lady Cardinals. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Working in the paint that time was Lopez, but she misses the shot, and here goes Rodriguez Patton. She gives it up to Savannah Carter. Savannah bobbles the ball. Lady Cardinals have to reset it. Rodriguez Patton with a three-pointer, no good. Rebound is controlled. Great job by Victoria Wells of crashing in, because I felt like Sierra Henry was going to get the rebound for the Apache Ladies.
Yeah, Henry had position, definitely, and Victoria Wells just kind of got an arm in there and didn't foul and got a hold of the ball, so that's a great job.
Apache Ladies inbound against the press. Lopez attempted to get the rebound for the Apache Ladies, but she didn't quite control it. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to go over to the Apache Ladies. Crystal Henderson's going to catch her breath. Shannon Smith is back into the game. Rodriguez Patton is working against Shanice Robertson, the leading scorer for the Apache Ladies. Rodriguez already forced 2 turnovers. Apache Ladies are sure being patient here as they're 5 seconds on the shot clock.
I don't think they know it.
Well, they're going to say that the shot clock expired before the shot was launched. Well, that was Trina Jones is questioning the official. I don't think he likes being questioned that dramatically, but.
Well, he just kept saying shot clock. That was his explanation.
So the Lady Cardinals back on the attack. Get the ball down low to Doty. She puts it up, and draws the foul, but can't get the shot to fall. The foul is going to be on Sierra Henry, number 11. It's going to be her first, team second. It's going to send Dowdy to the free throw line. A 6'1" freshman out of New Orleans, Louisiana, as we mentioned in previous webcasts. She signed with Lon Morris, and then, of course, Lon Morris then shut down, unfortunately and sadly, and so wound up getting Keontae, I should say, here at the Valley. First free throw attempt is good. And Crystal Henderson is going to check in for Rodrika Patton. That's going to leave Henderson, Smith, Carter, Dowdy, and Wells on the floor for the Lady Cardinals. And the second free throw attempt is good. And we're going to have Duke Bagakis going to check back into the game now. So Lady Cardinals have all their firepower out there on the floor right now, Jason. I mean, that would, with the exception of Shalante Allen, who's missing today's game with a tweaked knee. We'll find out more about it on Monday. Hopefully everything will be okay there. She may not have to miss but one a couple games. A very talented freshman, maybe the most talented freshman in the league overall. Robertson working against Carter. Shot is blocked by Carter, but Carter, I believe, is going to be called. Yeah, Carter's going to be called for the foul, which will be her first and the team's second. So the officials are really letting them play a little bit here, not really blowing the whistle too much, which we like seeing. 13 minutes and 46 seconds left in the first half, and the first free throw attempt is good by Robertson.
Kind of an interesting little huddle there at the bottom of the screen. Folks saw at home, Benny. You had Elena Lovato explaining the foul, and the referee kind of in on the conversation. The three of them were discussing it.
And the second free throw attempt is good, so the Apache ladies get off the floor where they were hung up on. 9-6 at the 13:44 mark. Shannon Smith puts up a three-pointer, no good. Victoria Wells keeps the rebound alive. And they reset it out front with Crystal Henderson. The Cardinals are showing patience against the zone. 10 on the shot clock. Oh, a nice job of working the basketball around, and Victoria Wells misses the first shot and misses the putback, but is going to draw the foul. I tell you, Jason, in a situation like this is where they miss Shalante Allen, because she does such a great job of creating on the wing when she gets the ball.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, I'm just going to say her at this point, Victoria Wells is just doing a great job of hustling. You just see a lot of hustle out of her right now, and when you don't have a player like Shalante, then you've got somebody like Victoria stepping in doing a really great job early on.
And she misses the first free throw. So we're still at 9-6 at the 13-minute mark. We've seen the Lady Cardinals get off to some slow scoring starts and then step it up and turn it on. The next thing you know, they're up around the 80-point mark, and they're averaging 77.1 points a game. Wednesday night, Tyler lost to Kilgore in Kilgore 88-58, and Duke does a great job of keeping that rebound alive as Victoria missed both free throws. Gets the ball down low to a Duke. She misses the shot. Victoria Wells with the rebound and the putback. And Victoria Wells is really having a nice game, rebounding and being in the right place at the right time, Jason.
Yeah, and she's all over the place. She's doing a little bit of everything. Rebounding defensively, rebounding offensively, and that's what they need.
And there's a Duke with the rebound, and boy, it's all kind of contact. Jump ball. Possession will go to the Lady Cardinals, but boy, that's that was awful. That was a lot of contact there. But I said earlier, I'm glad when they don't blow a lot of whistles, so I can't be hypocritical about it here and change my mind. Henderson continues to run the show for the offense. Almost a nice steal by Kim Munoz, a 5'7" sophomore out of Mesa, Arizona. She slipped out of Central Arizona country there, Jason. Played for the Apache Ladies.
We're okay with that.
11-6 Lady Cardinals. Yet to see him make one of the little surges. Patton puts up a three-pointer. No good as the shot clock goes off. You see that Julianne Onksling has checked into the game, number 15 for the Lady Cardinals, making her first appearance. And she blocks a shot. A great job. And we're going to have a foul. I believe that's going to be on Henry, be her second. So 11:28 to go in the first half. Crystal Henderson's going to check out of the game. Savannah Carter is back in. 11-6, a low-pace game scoring-wise. Lady Cardinals have done this before, but at some point they'll hit a spurt and run off 10 or 15 quick points and then open some distance. But so far, you got to give Tyler credit. They're battling away, staying in that zone. And the Lady Cardinals got lucky there as Munoz went for the steal, and it was going to be out of bounds off the Lady Cardinals, but Munoz touched it, and ball winds up going to the Lady Cardinals. Lady Cardinals looking to inbound. Get the ball down low to a Duke. She puts up the shot wildly and was blocked. It was blocked. And here come the Apache Ladies on the run. Called for the personal foul, I believe.
Foul call on number 15, Julianne Onksling.
Shooting foul.
Her first.
That's going to send Robertson to the free throw line, Jason. I believe she's already hit 2 free throws, hasn't she?
Yeah, she has.
So Robertson, the leading scorer for the Apache Ladies, gets this one to fall. 3 for 3 from
At
the
the
line.
number 3, Shanice Robertson. In for the Lady Cards, number 1, Victoria Wells.
11-7 Lady Cardinals. They've yet to be able to shake the Apache Ladies. You have to feel like, Jason, as the second free throw drops, that the longer that the Apache Ladies can stay in the game, the more confidence they're going to play with. Lady Cardinals are going to need their defense to create some transition points, and really that's how they kind of demoralize teams. Rodrika Patton puts up a three-pointer, in and out, no good. Rebound controlled by Lopez.
She's been really close on both attempts, but no soap, as you say.
Apache Ladies shooting over the top. The miss. Ball's going to stay with the Apache Ladies as it goes off of Rodrika Patton, the 5'4" freshman out of Natchez, Texas, who played in 4 straight state championship games for Natchez. I think they won 3 of them. Outstanding ball player, initially recruited by Michael and Kenya Landers. And when Elena Lovato took the job in April, she liked what she saw with Rodrika, obviously, and honored the scholarship offer.
Well, good thing, because she's a heck of a player.
She absolutely is. And there's Savannah Carter just hustling, almost creating a turnover herself. Batting the ball and almost coming up with a steal.
In for the Lady Cards, number 30, Keontae Dowdy.
Nicely here is, I still think we're going to be very near the capacity, Jason, by the time the ceremony unfolds. We're about halfway through the first half, and it's still 11-8. And there's Rodrika Patton getting a hand on the ball, knocking it out of bounds. 15 seconds on the shot clock for the Apache Ladies.
Apache's ball.
Victoria Wells guarding the ball. Robertson continues to run the show for the Apache Ladies. Sets her feet for a three-pointer, but it doesn't fall, and the rebound goes off of Lopez, and it will go to the Lady Cardinals. Jason, the Lady Cardinals are going to really need to do something here to just, like I said, create a little separation.
They're being real patient against the zone, like you noticed. I think what they're going to have to do is attack the zone and just try to get to the hoop and see what happens and try to loosen the game up a little bit that way.
Nice job of dishing the ball off by Doty to Victoria Wells. Victoria's going to go to the free throw line. I think she missed 2 earlier, so she's got to get off the snide here a little bit here and hit these free throws because until you prove that you're going to separate in this game, these free throws are just huge. They're huge at any point, but when you're really not hitting stride offensively, you sure need to take advantage of any free scoring opportunity that you get. And this free throw is good by Victoria, so she got that. She got that straight.
Number 5, Shannon Smith.
Shannon Smith, number 5, is checked back into the game. Of course, Shannon has already signed with University of Michigan. Shannon's a 5'5" sophomore from Gastonia, North Carolina, who transferred to Trinity Valley from North Carolina. And this free throw attempt is too long. Almost swiped it, though the rebound, Rodrika Patton, but the Apache ladies do a good job of controlling. And it's a 4-point Lady Cardinal lead. There's the quick hands of Rodrika Patton causing the 3rd turnover. Now she's running the break, realizes they don't have the numbers, pulls it out. More folks filing in across the way. Savannah Carter drives the distance. She lost control of the basketball before she could get the shot off, and that goes down as a turnover.
Trinity Valley's 3rd turnover of the game here, Benny.
So the Apache ladies are just hanging around here. They're having a hard time scoring, Jason, but they are hanging around defensively. Shannon Smith running the break, dishes it off to Wells. Wells misses the layup. Man, you're just creating scoring opportunities like that. You cannot miss free throws.
Timeout, Lady
and
Apaches.
Trina Jones is going to call a timeout. Let her squad catch a breath here. It's going to be a full timeout. 8:51 to go here in the first half, Jason, and we are at 12-8.
Maybe it's the webcast. I don't know. A lot of low-scoring games on these webcasts, but I think the thing with Tyler is it's maybe half not getting good looks. I mean, the Trinity Valley defense is doing a great job. I think super active hands, obviously, as you've seen. The turnovers that have been created. And then Tyler's just not finishing when they do get a decent look. Of course, that last shot there by Robertson. She made a great move, just couldn't finish it. It was a tough move anyway, but Trinity Valley down on this other end on their end, they've got to finish some of those easy ones. They're getting pretty good looks, and they're dishing really good, in a 2-on-1 situation under the hoop, and they're not finishing, and there's really no excuse for the ones they've missed. So hopefully they can iron that out.
See the Cardinal cheerleaders entertaining the crowd. They will be in Florida at the National Championships in April, trying to win their 10th National Championship. And the teams return to the floor after the Tyler timeout. 8:51, 12-8. And again, the Lady Cardinals have yet to have a spurt. And this is similar to the way the game went over in Tyler back last month, although they did finally hit a spurt. And then the last 7 minutes of the first half, they only scored 4 points. Now, that's a game they wound up winning by 21 points. So they did a lot of good things. And I'm just saying, we have seen them have some scoring, let's say, droughts at times, but defensively they keep themselves in the game. And there's a nice job by Bria Emanuel. Her 4th point, it makes it a 2-point ball game.
And that's what we're talking about. She made a nice move to get to the hoop. It wasn't an easy shot, and she finished. So Trinity Valley's going to have to do the same thing.
Gets the ball inside to Carter. There's Dominic Brooks into the game for the first time, and she misses one from point-blank range. And the Lady Cardinals have got, I know, Jason, I counted at least 3 or 4 shots that they've missed there from point-blank range, as I call it. But you got to give Tyler some credit, though, Jason. They were blown out Wednesday on the road by 30, and they've come in here, and their dauber's not been down at all. They're playing the Lady Cardinals a tough game right now and really effective in their defensive end in that zone they've set in.
Well, it's Trinity Valley Tyler. No matter what's going on, it's going to be a good one,
Patton thought about the three-pointer, turned it down. There's Carter wide open from the free throw line, misses that shot. Well, the Lady Cardinals just aren't shooting the basketball right now. Now they get fortunate that the Apache ladies turn it over for the 7th time on a travel violation by Munoz.
Number 3, Crystal Henderson, and number 2,
that little shot around the free throw line has been open. They keep looking to get a little further. That might be the shot they have to hit.
And there's Carter, misses the shot from point-blank range, but she stays with it and gets a steal, but they're saying she stepped on the inline. So the Apache ladies catch a break, and I'm telling you, Jason, it's 12-10, 7:56 in. If I'm Trina Jones, I'm feeling pretty good about it right now.
You bet.
Lady Cardinals have been persistent with their press. Forced 7 turnovers at this point. I know at least three of them were forced by Roderica Patton. Apache ladies looking for the tie, possibly to go ahead here. Really hasn't shown to be a great outside shooting team. Bugak with another block. Looking real ragged down there right now. The Apache ladies are still in control. There's an outside shot, in and out. Robertson missed. Carter controls the rebound. She's running the break. The Lady Cardinals don't have numbers, but Carter was going to take it the distance, but she's going to be fouled by Robertson. That's going to be Robertson's first, I believe. Yeah, that's her first.
I like that decision, Benny. She just kind of forced the issue down there. She wasn't looking to dish really, although you could have, and we often see where you take an extra pass down there, maybe you shouldn't have. She just took it right to the hoop and tried to complete it herself, so good job there.
So 12-10. As we mentioned, the Lady Cardinals are still attempting to pull away. I see Jeff Thorpe and his wife, Robin, walking in. Of course, Jeff played here for Coach Spencer back in the late 70s and went on to be a trainer at Baylor, and was a very successful high school coach. And Robin, of course, was a cheerleader when she was here at Trinity Valley. We were all in school out here together as Savannah Carter knocks down both free throws. I see Ron Ball and his wife across the way, going to take in the ceremony today. It's a steal by Savannah Carter. Smith does a great job of locating a Bugak underneath. She's going to be fouled on the shot. And, Jason, you sense that the Lady Cardinals are moving with just a little bit more purpose right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it helps when you get the turnovers, and they're just kind of taking it right to the hoop. So,
Duke, usually a really good free throw shooter, and she gets the first one to fall. She is a 6'4" freshman out of Canada. She will have a great career here at Trinity Valley. Will have a chance to do some special things, both obviously this year and then next year. Lady Cardinals, as we mentioned, can win this one. They will potentially and probably move back to the #1 national ranking, with Hutch having lost Wednesday night at home. And the Dude hits both free throw attempts, and it's 15-10. Lady Cardinals 7:05. And the pressure defense has really been causing the Apache ladies some problem. And there's Savannah Carter with the steal, pulls up with a short jumper, misses it. Boy, they just missed so many shots from point-blank range. And Shannon Smith is going to be called for the foul. Of course, God loves Shannon, and I do, but she never thinks that she fouls.
well,
she's a very emotional player, and she's a great player for the Lady Cardinals this year. Of course, Shannon is averaging 13.9 points a game. And there's Crystal Henderson going for the steal, and he goes out of bounds off of Crystal. 16-10, a little bit of separation. I think this is the Lady Cardinals' biggest lead, 16-10. A very low-scoring game for both these teams. Are averaging in the 70s. The Lady Cardinals are averaging 77.7 points a game, and the Apache ladies are averaging around 71 points a game. So they both are used to playing at higher scoring clips than this. And Duke's going to be called with her second foul there.
Foul call number 1, Victoria Wells.
Yeah, two-shot situation for number 30, Bria Emanuel, who averages 8.7 points a game.
She has 4 points right now and steps to the line, and Tyler's 4 for 4 from the free throw line right now.
And 5 for 5. And boy, that's the best way for an underdog to do something it wasn't supposed to do, is to make its free throws. 16-11. And she misses this one. The rebound is controlled by Duke. She gets it out to Crystal Henderson. Crystal takes it the distance, doesn't get it to fall. He's going to back it back out over to Savannah Carter. Shannon Smith's going to drive the baseline, switch hands, put up a shot. Nice job by Shannon Smith. Switched hands and laid it off the glass real soft. That was Larry Bird-esque right there, Jason. And that was travel. Turnover for the Lady Cardinals. You know, the Lady Cardinals want to inbound the ball quickly get to the offensive end. They like this fast pace.
That was Tyler's 10th turnover.
Lady Cardinals are definitely working the ball around the perimeter. Then they get it inside to Aduke. Now back outside to Crystal. Crystal Henderson puts up the three-pointer, no good. Rebound goes to Munoz. And here come the Apache ladies on the run as Robertson sets her feet and knocks down the shot. So that's a great job by the Apache ladies of getting the ball down the floor. And we're going to have a timeout. 18-13 left in the first half. 5:45 to go.
That too, Benny, gave Robertson a team-high 6 points right now. She's tied for the game high with that Duke Bolgak from Trinity Valley with 6.
And as we mentioned, she's averaging 18.2 on the season. The leading scorer easily for the Apache ladies.
Well, like you said, Benny, right now Tyler's doing a good job from the free throw line at this point. They're 5 of 6. So, if they can continue to do that, then they're going to have a chance to do something big here. Of course, there's lots of game left.
There is lots of game left, and you know Trina Jones would like to go. If she's going to go in the locker room behind, if she can keep it in single digits, the deficit, that's just something that she can build on at halftime. Because so many times the Lady Cardinals defeat teams right in the final 5 minutes of the first half and really get their dauber down. But we will see now how the Lady Cardinals play this final 5:40. Great job of spotting Doty underneath by Savannah. Was that Savannah Carter that flipped the pass? Great job. 20-13 Lady Cardinals. They stay in the press. There's a steal by Savannah Carter. Easy layup. She gets it to fall. This is what we talked about, Jason. We've seen them do this so many times in the final 5 minutes of a half to hit this surge, this spurt, if you will, and to really demoralize teams. We'll see if Tyler can combat it now. And there's a great job by Victoria Wells just taking the ball away for the layup, and Trina Jones uses a timeout, and the Lady Cardinals have opened up a 24-13 lead no quicker than I said it.
It's fun stealing the ball. It's really fun stealing the ball when they don't even – I mean, she just yanked it right out from the – she had it behind her and yanked it right out of her hands. Now that's 5 points for Wells, and that was Tyler's 12th turnover this half, Benny, as you see the distance in the score starting to grow a little bit here.
24-13, 5 minutes and 8 seconds away from halftime. Please stay with us at halftime. We will have the official dedication ceremony of Leon Spencer Court. Got a very nice ceremony planned. Coach Spencer will speak, and I think it's going to be a very nice ceremony that you'll be glad that if you couldn't be here with us to watch, that you got to witness via our webcast on this special historic day at Cardinal Gym. Great job of Keontae Dowdy of blocking the shot or forcing the miss. Shannon Smith with a pull-up. She takes a hard fall, and she's going to go down to the floor being fouled by Bria Emanuel. You see, Jason, the Lady Cardinals want to get that ball to the offensive end just as quickly as they humanly can.
Well, this would be a great part of the game to kind of try to step on Tyler's throat a little bit there.
But, Jason, we've seen in recent games where the Lady Cardinals really, the last 3 or 4 games, as a matter of fact, as Shannon Smith gets the first free throw to fall, the Lady Cardinals have played shutdown defense in the first half of their last 3 or 4 games. I think the most points they've given up in the first half in the last 3 or 4 games was the 25 points in last Wednesday's win against Angelina. There's a steal by Shannon Smith, a lazy pass, and she doesn't get it to fall, but there's Victoria Wells. Victoria Wells tries to put the ball back up, but she's going to be fouled, so Victoria's going to go to the free throw line, and Shannon Smith just had that half smile on her face. I mean, what do I got to do to get a shot to fall?
Big contributions by Wells, Benny, in this first half.
It looks like Duke Bagak's going to come back in. I'm a little surprised by that. Now it looks like they may be bringing her back to the bench. I mean, she does have 2 fouls, and you'd like to save her to have 3 in the second half and be a 2-shot situation here, and that's why they are whistling the play dead, because everybody thought it was a 1-and-1. Victoria struggled from the free throw line so far.
Yeah, she has been, and I don't believe she's hit one actually.
Yeah, she got one. She got one to fall earlier. Yeah, I think she's 1 of 4 now, maybe. Anyway, Victoria Very lovely young lady. Was by our office yesterday at the college saying hello. Ooh. That's a long rebound there. Controlled by the Apache ladies. They've really struggled to get points from the floor. Been very successful from the free throw line. Oh, that's going to definitely be a foul on Emmanuel, number 30. She came over the back.
Number 30.
It's going to be a bonus situation for the Lady Cardinals. And we're about 4:32, not about. We are 4:32 away from the first half ending. I mean,
tell it like it is, Benny.
Tell me.
At the line, number 51, Savannah Carter.
Trinity Valley 9 of 14 from the line right now.
Savannah Carter. The thing that struck me when I talked to Savannah when she was on campus in the recruiting process this past spring was she talked of her love for watching game film and breaking game film down and watching future opponents and finding their weaknesses. And you could tell that she's really sincere about it and everything. And that's the type of players that you certainly want to have when you're trying to win a national championship. Lady Carter's been very good in their half-court defense. They really have. Well, they're full court too, but I'm talking about when they sat down and played half-court defense, they've really made teams work. There's a three-pointer by Robertson. No good. Rebound over the back, but it's clean by Adrian Phillips. It is turned over. Here goes Shannon Smith, and she puts up the shot. It's going to be fouled by Robertson. I think that's 2 on Robertson.
Benny, I've got her with 3. I don't know.
We'll check what the scoreboard had. I had her with 2. Jason's got her with 3. Jason is right, as always. And Shanice Robertson has 3. And Jason's shaking his head yes, that he's right like always. So
I was working out a crick in my neck, Benny.
I got you. And Lady Carter's missed another free throw. They've left some opportunities at the free throw line, that's for sure.
That's their 7th free throw miss.
You tack those on, Jason. Look at what you got as a score.
No doubt. I tell you what, and I'm equally looking at Shanice Robertson with 3 fouls and thinking if that's one of your big scorers, that's trouble.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt about it. It's just a call that Trina Jones had to make, and she pulled her from the floor. I mean, you got to save your leading scorer. You got to have her around in the second half, and you just got to hang on here at the for this half here and just not let this get too ugly. There's a steal by Duke, and as she goes to put up the shot, she's going to be a foul. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
That's Tyler's 15th turnover.
And free throw shooting woes of the Lady Cardinals continue, Jason. Something you can't do if you're going to be the number 1 team in the nation and try to win a 7th national championship. You've got to be better at the free throw line. And she gets that one to fall.
Well, they hit 9 of their first 12, but then they've kind of gone on a slow streak here. 3 of their last 8. 7 points for Bolgat total.
Running the offense now for the Apache ladies is Raosha Preston, number 15. And Savannah Carter is going to be called with a blocking foul down along the baseline. It's going to be her second. Should be the 17th foul. Or you showing? Yeah, it is the 7th. It'll be a 1-and-1. We're 29-13 at the 3:37 mark. Free throw is good. Tyler's hitting their free throws. I mean, Tyler's definitely hitting free throws, enabling themselves to stay in the game because points from the floor have been hard to come by. And this one falls.
They're 7 of 8 right now. That's 4 points for Munoz.
Wells back to Patton, gets it inside to Smith. Smith puts up the shot. Nice job of Shannon Smith creating space for herself inside and getting the bucket to fall. She has 7 points. There's a steal, and Rodrika Patton puts up the shot. There you go, Lady Cardinal basketball. Steals and points, steals and points. Apache ladies are struggling again against the press here. 33-15, just like that, Jason's an 18-point game. I mean,
well, Tyler's had to work for everything, like we see every team have to come in and work.
there's another turnover. This one's forced by Bugak. Shannon Smith controls the ball, gets it down low to Rodrika Patton. She was out of position. She passes it off to Dowdy, and Dowdy misses the shot but draws the foul. There's Lady Cardinal basketball again, just running the floor.
That's 13 fouls called on Tyler's half, and I'm not nothing about the officiating at all. They're legit. Tyler can't withstand that. They've got their leading scorer in foul trouble, and everybody they put in there is just in foul trouble or getting in fouling anyway, so tough go for Tyler right now.
First free throw attempt is good. Deontay Dowdy, a 6'1 freshman out of New Orleans, Louisiana. She is one of two players from Louisiana on the Lady Cardinal roster, the other being Shalante Allen, who's from Arcadia, Louisiana, but she is not playing today because of a tweaked knee. And she gets a kind roll there on that free throw. And that's going to bring in Julianne Onschling into the game for the Lady Cardinals, number 15. And, well, how would you like to have the 6'4 post in front of you guarding the ball on the press and then jumping over to a dude's going to be called with her third foul, Jason. That's what I was talking about earlier when I saw her going back into the game. I wondered maybe you want to save her to have 3 fouls to play with in the second half. But of course, they're not paying me to coach the team, and I would never question really anything that Elena Lovato does. I was just thinking out loud.
Yeah, well, and you hate it when, you know, that third foul comes that far from the basket too, you know. I mean, if it was contesting a play at the hoop, that'd be one thing, but I'm like you, I'm no expert, but you hate to see that.
I didn't mind second-guessing Michael Landers when he was here head coaching because I taught him a lot of everything he knew, though he would never admit that, and I probably shouldn't have. Free throw, three-point attempt, I should say, is no good. .20 seconds on the shot clock, plenty of time, 2:20 on the game clock to get the ball inside. And they're going to get a chance at an and one as Carolina Lopez goes up with the shot. Rodrika Patton's going to be called with the foul. And that brings it to begin to be an 18-point game. I know for an and one now for Lopez. Apache ladies would like a little surge of their own here to end the half. Wells rebounds and quickly gets it out to Henderson. Back to Smith. Smith puts up a three-pointer, no good. Long rebound. It's on the floor, and there's little Rodrika Patton to tie up the ball, but the ball is going to go over to the Apache ladies. As I look across the way, Jason, I know everybody's getting ready for the ceremony, but I see our staff working behind the scenes to get everything in order and in position. It's kind of neat knowing what's going on to set up the ceremony, which will take place just as quickly as the first half ends. There's a steal by the Lady Cardinals. Wells running the break, and Rodrika Patton dishes to Shannon Smith. Smith's underneath, and Smith hits the shot.
9 points for Smith now.
This was a 12-8 game not long ago, folks. Smith with the steal, misses the layup. She will go to the free throw line. It was 12-8, Jason. Well, I forget it. Was it near the 10-minute mark?
It was like 10-18 with about 10-18 left.
Yeah, it was. And now you're looking at 37-17 as the Lady Cardinals are again going to look like holding an opponent somewhere around 20 points there in the first half.
Well, we talked about this last week. Right now, Tyler has 17 points and 19 turnovers. So that's a big thing that hurts, obviously.
And the Lady Cardinals have left a ton of points at the free throw line.
That's 9 missed free throws right there.
And she gets the second one to fall. Rodrika Patton comes up with the steal, then knocks it out of bounds off of Preston of the Apache ladies, and that means the ball will go over to the Lady Cardinals with the turnover. Smith from 3 deep in the corner off the side. There's a Victoria Wells with the rebound, puts up the shot, goes to the floor hard, no foul called. You can tell the Apache ladies are a little bit out of sorts without Robertson on the floor.
Yeah, definitely. even with her on the floor, Trinity Valley was making it really hard for them to get good looks. They've just kind of bobbled the ball around, and I think that's an effect of having to work so hard just to get it to the front court half the
5 seconds on the shot clock. Onschling with the rebound, but they grabbed her arm, but there's no foul called. And then Shannon Smith is pushed to the ground by Ryosha Preston, and this time there will be a foul call, so that will send Shannon to the free throw line. She'll be shooting in the double bonus. Because as Jason mentioned, the Apache ladies have had just many fouls called on here in the first half.
2 shots at the
Well, their 15th foul. 15 fouls, 19 turnovers, 17 points.
Again, the ceremony will start pretty quickly after the first half ends. We'll have a few seconds. Maybe Jason can break down the scoring for you, and then we're going to completely turn it over to the ceremony itself. We will not be interrupting it, and you'll be able to see and hear it in its entirety as captured by the great camera work of the Cardinal Sports Network. 39-17. We're under a minute to go. 40-17, my bad. It was 12-8 with just over 10 minutes left in the first half. And there's another turnover forced by Rodrika Patton. Who else? How many turnovers is that now?
20.
20 turnovers in the first half for the Apache ladies. 40-17. Get the ball down low to Onschling. A little great job of Shannon Smith. Shannon Smith took the ball away from Lopez and then fired it off of Lopez's thigh, I should say. But it happened to hit Shannon as it went out of bounds, so the ball will go to the Apache ladies. But that was a nice little funny sequence there. There's a turnover, number 21. Crystal Henderson pulls up for the short jumper, no good, but she's going to get the rebound. Gets it down low to Onschling. Onschling puts up the shot, a tough angled shot, and almost gets it to fall. And there's Rodrika Patton forcing another turnover. Shannon Smith running the break. The Lady Cardinals have numbers. Smith pulls up for the jumper. Won't go. There's Rodrika Patton, the smallest player on the floor, controlling the rebound. But they're going to say she got going too quickly and she stepped out of bounds. That's the 4th turnover, I think, for the Lady Cardinals. There's a big difference, Jason, in 21 and 4.
Yeah. Yeah. How about 23 points? Is that the difference?
Okay. I think that'd be somewhere close. 2 seconds, 2.2 seconds left here in the first half. The Lady Cardinals definitely don't want to foul here. And that's going to end the first half with the Lady Cardinals leading by a score of 40-17. Again, it was 12-8 with just over 10 minutes left in the first half. So the Lady Cardinals went on a 28-9 run to end the half. And when Jason's ready, we'll let him run down some scoring leaders as they prepare the floor for the ceremony.
Well, let's talk about it right now, shall we?
Go for it.
All right, for Tyler Benny, not a whole lot of scoring, obviously, with 17 points on the board. Trinice Robertson led the way with 6 points. Of course, she didn't play a lot of the back end of that half with foul trouble. She has 3 fouls. 5 points for Bria Emanuel, 4 for Kim Munoz, and 2 for Carolina Lopez. For Trinity Valley, they're led by Shannon Smith. Kind of got off to a little bit of a slow start, but she has 12 points here at the half. 7 points each for Savannah Carter and Adut Bulgak. 5 points for Victoria Wells, who's just really had a hustling first half. 4 for Keonta Dowdy. 4 turnovers for Trinity Valley, like we mentioned. 21 for Tyler. So that tells a lot of the story right there.
And we are at 40-17 at halftime. The Lady Cardinals were up 12-8, just over 10 minutes left in the first half. And Jason and I were wondering when the spurt was going to come, and then it did come. And then you're 40-17 at halftime. And preparation is being made for the ceremony. As you see, the men's basketball team here at the college moving into play.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce our athletic director and head football coach, Brad Smiley.
Hey, glad to have everybody here today. This is a great day of basketball for both the Lady Cards and the men. So I'm looking forward to a great day. It's a lot of action. But it's also a great day and a special day for a couple other reasons. Well, for one other reason, honestly. We get a chance to do something special for a great friend of all of ours in this building. He's a great man. He's a great friend. He's a great comedian. Let me first start by welcoming to the court Coach Leon Spencer. might have to stand back here. Now let me welcome, with some remarks on the occasion, our president of Trinity Valley Community College, Dr. Glendon Forgy.
Thank you, Coach Smiley. And thank everyone for coming out today. I appreciate every one of you for being here. I also want to recognize President Ball, who's up in the crowd tonight. President Ball, thank you for coming. I know you know this gentleman better than I do. A while back, I was approached about naming the court for Leon Spencer. And my first reaction was, who's Leon Spencer? No, that wasn't my first reaction. I said that would be a great honor for the winningest coach in Texas men's junior college basketball. And for an individual who had done so much for the college, all the athletics programs that he was responsible for as athletic director, the number of years that he put into this institution, the community. I believe he was one of the first individuals when I came to Athens that welcomed me here, and I just thought that was a great honor to name this court after him. When I think of Coach Spencer, and I know that a lot of them refer to you as Leon Red Spencer, I think of coaching legends like Red Shandies of the Boston Celtics and Red Holtzman of the New York Knicks. And then there's some of you also that might think of other Reds like Red Skelton and Red Buttons. And I suppose if you put all those Reds together, you would have one big Red, our Red Leon Spencer. We thank you so much for everything that you've done. And we have a special plaque over here for you, sir. And let me go walk over here and unveil that. Leon Spencer Court.
Thank you, Dr. Forgy. My best speeches were made back in that locker room back there, so don't expect very much. I don't say very much in speeches like this, and when I do, it ain't very much. So again, thank you, Dr. Forgy. I want to thank Mary Nicholson and Benny Rogers, who I know put in an extremely lot of hours and hard work preparing for this dedication, and I appreciate them very much. This is not a dream come true because I didn't never dream it. But words can't express, I don't have the words to express how much I do appreciate it and how deeply I am honored. Back in 1957, a red-headed, freckle-faced, skinny young man came to Athens for a basketball tryout. And I think the gentleman that's responsible for that might be in the crowd. Is there a Jerry Houston here? If he's not, where is he? Right there. He's a native Henderson Countyan. Came to Henderson County Junior College, was my high school coach, and I was in his first class at Harmony High School when I was in the 6th grade. And it's quite an honor to have you here. I had to write some of these things down. This is not all about me. There's too many people that contributed to this that I couldn't name them all today. And there's an awful lot of special people in this crowd today that helped me get and succeed in whatever way we did. And I'm so thankful to all those people, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for coming. And I know there's a lot of my ex-players here, and I'd like to ask those managers, trainers, players, if they would stand up, and I appreciate them coming a lot of them a long way. I don't have much else to say except from the bottom of my heart, I thank you, and thank you for coming. A lot of many members here, but not any more than you've given me today. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, Coach. Want to first introduce a couple of groups of representatives that we have. First, over 4 representatives here for Coach Spencer. We have his daughter, Shelly Jones. His other daughter, Shannon Johnson. And 2 former assistant coaches, Guy Furr and Danny Hughes. We also have on this side colleges representatives from Trinity Valley. We have trustees Ray Raymond, Paula Kimball, Ken McGee, Homer Norval, Dr. Forgy, and our head men's basketball coach, Chris Bauman. We'll get everybody in place. We'll unveil the designations on the floor. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. We good over here? We good over here? All right. Well, once you go, it is a proud honor for me to make sure that I can announce today that on the 9th day of February in 2013, we officially dedicate this court to be Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym in honor of the legendary Leon Ed Spencer.
There you have it, the official court dedication ceremony for Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. You see Coach Spencer being congratulated by members of the Board of Trustees that's here in attendance as the Cardinal Regiment plays the TJC fight song, and then they go into the TVCC fight song. Of course, Coach Spencer was here both when the college was TJC and then as obviously TVCC at the end. And that concludes the ceremony, and you see a lot of folks from Tyler coming down to congratulate Coach Spencer that he knows from the Tyler community through the years and everything, and that's always a great thing to see. And just a great ceremony, Jason, and a very touching moment of remarks from Coach Spencer.
Yeah, he's a classic. He's always, no matter what's coming out of his mouth, whether it's funny or poignant or whatever, he's always good. So that was an excellent ceremony.
And from this point forward, Jason, it is officially Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. And you notice, Jason, I don't know if you noticed now, of course, we had the Tyler team, men's team was out for the ceremony, as was our Cardinal team on the floor. But did you notice the game officials stayed out so that they could see the ceremony too?
Yeah, that's classy, and that's Mike Marquise. He's going to do that too. We saw him just a second ago on the monitor giving Leon a hug. So, he's got a big game coming up here, and still they come out and do that and take away from their game plan a little bit. You don't want distractions, but, hey, for this kind of thing, you got to do it.
Oh, just what a great night. What a great moment in the college's history. And, I mean, I'm glad I was here for it. I'm glad we had a big crowd here in attendance for it. And I'm glad that you were watching it on the Cardinal Sports Network, because it's a very special thing when a court is named after someone or a building's named after someone, Jason. And I'm talking about, this is not a case of someone having given millions of dollars to get something named after him. It's because of his body of work.
Yeah, he earned it. And if you think about all the ways that he earned it, I mean, it's not just what everybody sees on the floor. It's the miles traveled and, the Whataburgers you sat in and the time in your office. I'm sure there were times when he sat in his office and was just silent and thinking, what next? Or times, there's so many things that go into it. I hate to say it, but blood, sweat, and tears, literally, And he definitely earned it. You're right. It wasn't a situation where you just made a big donation to the club, the Heritage Foundation or the Legacy Club or whatever. I mean, all that was earned. His name on that court is earned.
And trust me, folks, the crowd's not leaving. There's a little reception going on for Coach Spencer over in the Red Room, so that's where a lot of that seating at the end that you saw that was so full with former players and family members and are going to kind of greet with visit with Coach Spencer in the Red Room. So the crowd's not leaving. They're just going to visit with Coach Spencer, and I'm sure they'll be back out here for the second half of the women's game in short time anyway. And then for the men's game, I know Coach Spencer will want them to stay around for the men's game. They'll have a big crowd here for the Cardinals game. And here we are at halftime. We've still got 4 minutes to go, and the Lady Cardinals lead by a score of 40-17. Let you listen to some of the sounds of halftime here at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. different set of circumstances, of course, with us losing Kurt Butke last year. And that had a whole different feel to it. But that's the nice thing about this is Coach Spencer was around to see this. He's in good health. He, still works his cattle and plays golf and fishes, and Mary Ensign keeps him out of trouble. So this is just a nice night. And like I said, that section is cleared out. But I don't know how they're going to clear that corner of the floor over there to get the game restarted. But they're going to have to move over there and do something.
Somebody's going to get in the way of the zone.
We may play half court. Because that is one big traffic jam trying to get into.
Yeah.
The officials are going to have to walk down there, I'm sure, and say, okay, folks.
Well, and you still got more people coming.
Yeah. Yeah, they're moving them out of position. The security is moving them out official. One of our officers, Mr. Lee Nicholson, is asking them to please watch the floor there. And we're underway, folks. Second half of Lady Cardinal basketball against Tyler Junior College. The Lady Cardinals up by a score of 40-17. Lady Cardinals get the basketball first, and Duke Begak misses the shot from down under. Apache Ladies will immediately have a chance to cut into the lead. As you see, Shanice Robertson, the point guard, is back onto the floor after picking up 3 fouls in the first half, and there's a turnover on the first trip down for the Apache Ladies.
That's number 22 for the game.
Wow, we got to all catch our breath here a little bit after such a great ceremony that get back into the rhythm here of basketball. Shannon Smith with a three-pointer, and Shannon misses that, and Duke grabs the rebound, puts it on the floor, goes back up with a shot, misses the putback. Shannon Smith goes up for the rebound, and he goes out of bounds off of Shannon. So Lady Cardinals are unsuccessful on their first 2 trips after the intermission, still leading by a score of 40-17. Apache Ladies trying to probe the Lady Cardinal defense, and they're going to turn it over for our 23rd time.
My.
Yeah, that's kind of characterizes the way things have gone for Tyler. But again, they're not getting hurt by it because the Lady Cardinals have yet to capitalize on this start the second half. Henderson puts up a three-pointer from out front, no good, and the rebound is going to go to Shannon Smith, and she gets it underneath to a dude, and the dude puts it up and in. Great job of Shannon Smith of spotting Bulgak underneath. And Lady Cardinals are on the board first, and there's Rodrika Patton almost coming up with a steal. Three-pointer by Robertson. Thought about going in, but he doesn't. But a great job of getting on the boards on the putback by Sierra Henry, a 5'10 sophomore out of Palestine, Texas.
The first 2 points of the game.
Again, the Lady Cardinals had a big lead at halftime at Angelina against Angelina Wednesday night. Rodrika Patton with a three-pointer, drills it from deep. She's got 5 points on the game, and there's a block by Victoria Wells. Man, I just can't tell you, though, Jason, the Lady Cardinals, I was going to mention, they had a big lead. I think it was 45 to, they were up 25 points at halftime, 45 to 20, I think it was in Lufkin Wednesday night against Angelina, and they came out in the second half and gave up 40 points, and I know that didn't sit very well with Elena Lovato. So we'll see what their focus is going to be like here. And if that's on the Duke, that's going to be her 4th personal foul. That is on the Duke Bugax. That's her 4th personal foul, so she will likely go to the bench and for an extended period of time.
Benny, I'm seeing a little more fight out of Tyler.
Excuse me, Jason. They're just showing 3 fouls on a dude. Did you have 4?
I had 4 also.
Okay. Well, then we'll settle for that. We'll call it. We'll take 3.
What do we know?
This free throw attempt by Robertson. Excuse me, not Robertson. Emmanuel is no good. The dude's going to come out. I can still see a long line of the line stretching around in the foyer to get in to see Coach Spencer. Second free throw attempt is good. The red room is not a small room, but there's not a room for the number of people that headed out that door to go to the red room. Back to the game. Cross court to Wells. She drives, dishes it back over to Rodrika Patton. Patton puts up the three-pointer. She gets it to fall. Rodrika Patton, she made a career at Natchez High School out of hitting those three-pointers, and she hits another one there.
That's 8 points for Patton now.
Rodrika had 13 points in the win over Angelina. I think that was her first double-digit scoring performance of the season. If not her first, it was her second. We're at 48-20. Lady Cardinals in front. There's a steal by Crystal Henderson. She runs the break. The Lady Cardinals have numbers. She gives it over to Victoria Wells, and Wells lays it up and in. Victoria Wells.
Now 7 points for Wells.
That's a big scoring game for Victoria. She's usually a defensive and rebounding specialist.
She's hustled for all of them.
Well, that was a really nice job there, Jason, on the step through by Emmanuel of creating some space for herself and stepping between two defenders for a layup. That was as nice a possession as Tyler's had.
That's her 8th point to lead Tyler.
Tyler's really going to need to get aggressive on the offensive end. I mean, I know they don't have a lot of foul power, but they're going to have to make something happen. They can't afford to be as patient as they've been. They're going to cost Savannah a charge. I showed that her third personal foul.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure about that call. I know it can go either way. She doesn't lower her shoulder, and the Tyler player just kind of moved there, so her feet were definitely moving. Not sure about that one.
So we're going to put that in the not sure category.
File it away.
Apache ladies moving the ball down the floor. Did a lot better job then to turn it over. Unforced error there. 25th turnover. Tyler's just not giving themselves a chance. Just not giving themselves a chance. You turn it over, you're stealing possessions from yourself. Victoria Wells went to save the ball and saw one of our Cardinal Sports Network cameras right in her face.
3D, folks.
She wasn't expecting that to be there, I don't think. Shannon Smith thought about the three. Rodrika Patton puts up the three, gets it. Rodrika Patton, watch out, folks. This young lady gets going from three-point range. She will bury you. Well, in that time, the Apache ladies missed an easy shot from underneath of Emmanuel, and the Lady Cardinals run the break. Victoria Wells with 9 points now. 55-22. A steal by Shannon Smith. Puts up the shot, doesn't get it to fall. On the putback, she misses it. And Rodrika Patton's going to be called for the foul from behind. That was another scoring opportunity. Rodrika's going to go to the bench, and Victoria Wells is going to go to the bench. Lady Cardinals staying in the press. Apache ladies had to work just to get the ball in with the Bugatti guarding the ball. That's a little soft on defense. The Lady Cardinals got away from it, but Munoz was able to get real deep penetration on that one. Here's the Lady Cardinals running the floor. They have numbers. Shannon Smith misses the shot. Dowdy keeps it alive. Crystal Henderson thought about the three, turns it down. Shannon Smith puts up the three, misses it. Rebound goes to Savannah Carter. Savannah Carter's going to take it to the hoop. She misses the shot, and the rebound's going to be controlled by the Apache ladies. Sierra Henry. And we're going to have a foul on a three-pointer by Savannah Carter. Savannah didn't think so. I think that's going to be 4 on Savannah. But I've been wrong before, so.
That's what I've got.
It will be a 3-shot foul. That is the 4th foul on Savannah, so she'll go to the bench. That's going to send Cernice Robertson to the free throw line to shoot 3. And how many points has she got so far, Jason, as she hits the first free throw?
That's 7, her 7th point right there.
So Cernice Robertson is going to get a chance to shoot 3 free throws, and she gets this one to fall. Again, we're glad to have you join us here on the Cardinal Sports Network for today's doubleheader. The men will play the nightcap, and that game will tip off around 6 o'clock.
9 points now for Robertson. Leads Tyler.
55-25, a 30-point Lady Cardinal lead. Patton to Smith. Back over to Patton. Patton dishes it off. Great job of spotting well. She turns down the shot. Crystal Henderson with the bank shot by Crystal Henderson. She's now got 5 points. Again, the Lady Cardinals are really making the Apache ladies work. Great job, though, running the floor that time and getting down the floor. Emmanuel with the layup, and Trina Jones is going to call a timeout. And we are at 57-27 at the 14-24 mark.
Well, Bria Emmanuel, Benny, as you noted earlier, averages 8.7 points again. That was her 10th point. And Tyler did a good job. That was a good job of kind of breaking through the press. And haven't seen that a whole lot out of Tyler tonight. And it's not because they don't have a good ball club. It's just tough. Trinity Valley has played great defense again. And just doing a good job of making them work really hard for almost everything.
Lady Cardinals again are leading, as you see there, 57-27. I think the biggest lead's been 33, 55-22. I think that's the biggest lead in the game. Ball will belong to the Lady Cardinals. Just what a great day it is to be at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym on the day it officially became Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. Rodrika Patton, this one doesn't fall, but Victoria Wells is there to keep the rebound alive. Dishes it off to Shannon Smith. Shannon Smith gets the shot to fall and draws the foul. She will go to the free throw line for the and one. Shannon finishes a three-point play. Makes it a 60-27 Lady Cardinal lead. And there's Rodrika Patton. Oh, she's going to be called with a tic-tac foul here, but foul's going to be on Rodrika Patton. She's so fun to watch. She's got those lightning-quick feet and lightning-quick hands, full of energy. Understands basketball, knows where the ball is, where it's probably going to go. All good things, all good combinations, and there she is again. Oh, my goodness. She's so fun to watch. Oh, look at this. Victoria Wells dishes it down low to Rodrika. Crystal Henderson out front. That's supposed to go in, folks, to complete that sequence, but it doesn't do it. Shannon Smith keeps it alive, dishes it off to Crystal Henderson. Henderson misses the shot, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say off the Apache ladies, but wasn't that a great sequence?
She's unbelievable. She really, smallest player, but she might be the smallest player in the league. And my gosh, she's just all over the place. Oh, my.
Look at Rodrika Patton drive the baseline against the tallest player Tyler had on the floor.
13 points now for Patton.
2 straight games down double digits for Rodrika Patton. Oh, this is fun to watch. Oh, man, the shot goes halfway down and comes back out of the Apache ladies, and they do a great job of spotting Lopez underneath, but she can't get the shot to fall. 62-27. Crystal Henderson. Patton playing with a lot of confidence, as you can tell. She dishes off to Bugak. Boy, Rodrika Patton is just having an all-around great game as she dishes off to a Duke for the layup.
It's 11 points for a Duke.
And a Duke's going to be called for the foul there, and I think this will definitely be 4 on a Duke. So she and Savannah Carter have both got 4 fouls with 12:39 to go. Yes, you're up comfortably, 64-27, You don't want to start losing players to foul, so I'm sure that Lena Lovato will adjust her lineup here shortly. Free throw attempt is no good, put up by Emmanuel.
Tyler's been pretty good from the free throw line, Benny. They're about 11 of, I think, 16. It's not too bad, I guess. Better than Trinity Valley at this point.
Victoria Wells and Aduke Bagat go to the bench. Aduke goes to the bench with 4 fouls. Juliana Onschling and Dominic Brooks, 2 freshmen, are now in the game. 33 is Brooks, 15 is Onschling. Great job by Onschling of knowing where Rodrigo was going to be. Rodrigo puts up the shot and doesn't get it to fall, doesn't draw the foul. Oh, that was an excuse me foul there. Now that's going to be Rodrigo's 4th foul. So now suddenly the Lady Cardinals, yes, they've got a comfortable lead, but they've got 3 players with 4 fouls, and you've only got 9 players suited up today because Shalante Allen is out with a tweaked knee. So
I always like to point out what you can't see when I see it. And Benny, Bria Emanuel was in the backcourt just screaming, watch out, watch out, watch out, because you couldn't see Rodrigo Patton coming.
First free throw attempt by Shernice Robertson is good. Shernice Robertson averages 18.2 points a game. Second free throw attempt is good.
Why not?
It's like a Bria man says, I want to play with them. Victoria Wells has been very aggressive on the offensive end tonight. Dominic Brooks gets the ball down low, kicks it back out to Henderson. Victoria Wells back to Henderson. And this is a turnover as the ball, throw the ball away, trying to get it to Dominic Brooks underneath.
That was just their 5th turnover. They did a good job of not panicking, though. Sometimes you get into a rush when you don't have to, and they did a good job of pulling out and trying again to reset it, so it just didn't work out.
64-30. Lady Cardinals continue to work on the defensive end. Robertson with a 3, no good. Rebound's going to go to Onschling for the Lady Cardinals. We're going to have a held ball. Possession will belong to the Lady Cardinals. Jason, that's one thing about this Lady Cardinal team. They really don't take much time off on the defensive end. I mean, there's rare that you've looked up and thought, man, they just when they had bad defensive sequences back.
I think you don't play if you take much time off. I'm really being serious.
Well, there's a misread there as Crystal was trying to get the ball to Julianne, and Julianne was not quite ready for it, so it's a turnover by the Lady Cardinals. Chance for Tyler to cut into a 34-point deficit. Robertson. And I believe Dominic Brooks is going to be charged with a foul. Shannon Smith, a little upset, said, I had her defended. That was not necessary, but she's hustling and she's trying to get the blocked shot, so it's hard to falter there. So it's going to send it to the free throw line to shoot 2, Sierra Henry from Palestine. Lady Cardinals are attempting to win. As Savannah Carter checks back into the game with 4 fouls, Lady Cardinals are attempting to win their 41st straight home game. And to continue a streak of double-digit victories at home. Dating back 3 seasons ago since the last time they didn't win by double digits at home. Their last 3 wins over Tyler at home have been by 41, 36, and 35 points. See Elena Lovato directing traffic in front of the Lady Cardinal bench. Onschling with a 3-pointer, no good. Rebound goes to Adrienne Phillips. And Shannon Smith takes out Trina Jones and a couple of other players, and Shannon jumps up and helps up Shannon. And Shannon was falling, and there was nothing she could do about it, and Trina was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Trina just told the Tyler crowd she took the charge.
Now she's sitting in her player's lap.
Nice job of Tyler getting the ball down along the baseline and getting the bucket to show for it.
It's 4 points now for Henry.
64-32. Little life now on the Apache ladies on the scoreboard. And this is not a good pass
Not
there
at
by
all.
Julianne trying to get the ball to Dominique. You got to give her more help than that. Three-pointer by Robertson doesn't fall. Got a 30-second timeout taken by Elena Lovato of the Lady Cardinals as she wants to reset things and the focus just a little bit as it's 64-32.
I'll tell you, Benny, talking about Trina Jones, she's so fun to watch. I mean, I say fun to watch, but I think I just enjoy seeing her out there and knowing what kind of a coach and person she is. I talked to her after they lost in the regional tournament last year, and, you know, she's just one of those people. Some coaches you talk to, and it's not bad, but, you know, they'll hold on to a loss for a long time and kind of, you know, they'll dwell on it. And, you know, I talked to her 10 minutes, 20 minutes after the game, and she had already turned that off and moved on to something else. And just an uplifting, joyful person, a lot like Elena Lovato. She's the same kind of coach. I know losses hurt, but two ladies that are just very spiritual, nice ladies and very genuine, just real true people.
Well, in the world of NCAA men's college basketball, I can tell you that OU beat Kansas today, so that's Kansas' third loss in a row.
I don't know what to think. NCAA basketball, they're just taking turns beating each other.
And it's not even March yet.
I know. Well, the Lady Cardinals are good, but they're not that good.
We've seen them play with 5 and be very successful, but I don't know that you want to go with 4 against Tyler or anybody else. Savannah Carter has to be careful. She's got 4 fouls, but she's still playing very aggressive. Well, she goes in there and hustles for the rebound. Forces a held ball, but I believe this one stays with the Apache ladies. 64-32, 9:41 left in the game as the Lady Cardinals are attempting to win at home for the 41st straight time. Oh, a nice job on the drive by Manuel, and the Lady Cardinals have given us some easier buckets here, Jason, last 4 or 5 minutes that you don't like to see. Just as I bragged about them not taking any time off, they give up some of those, and they come right back down with a great play by Shannon Smith cutting towards the goal from the baseline side.
That's her 17th point. She leads all scorers right now.
And Shannon's averaging 13.9 on the season. There's another turnover charge to the Apache ladies.
That would be number 28.
28. Carter gets it down low to Doty underneath. Makes a shot. Oh, great job of making space for herself. Keontae really does a nice job there.
6 points for Doty now.
Tyler's gotten far more aggressive, Jason, on the offensive end this last 5 or 6 minutes. That was Adrian Phillips that drove the baseline for a shot. 68-36. Yeah, we're going to have a foul charge down low. It's going to go against Emmanuel holding. My goodness, look at the fouls in the second half, though. The Lady Cardinals have been called by 8 and just 2 for the Apache ladies. Savannah Carter tried a little dipsy-do underneath after she was trapped too far underneath the goal. And here's Tyler getting back down the floor. Dominic Brooks does a great job of getting the rebound, but she falls out of bounds, and the ball will go over to the have a full timeout now charged by Trina Jones of Tyler Junior College. 8:04 left in the game. Lady Cardinals leading by a score of 68-36.
You know, I don't know. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Benny. One of the things that I noticed about this Lady Cardinal team is over the years, and just recent history I'm talking about, they've had that one big-time scorer. Obviously, the last 2 years, it was Shakayla Caples, or you know, you had one player doing a lot of scoring, you know, like Kiana Flax or Shakayla Caples. You know, maybe one took not a night off, but it was one night and one the other. Gosh, her name is slipping me right now, but the player that was from Philadelphia, Brown.
Gloria Brown.
Yeah, Gloria Brown. That's it. You know, I mean, she had a couple big years, and you know, with this team, Shannon Smith is having a big game right now. Obviously, she's got 17 points, but it just seems like the scoring is more evenly distributed. Where, you know, you definitely have those nights where a player will go off and score, you know, 38 or whatever it was the other night. But you know, just a lot of the performances we see, especially on these webcasts, are players that are having a just even scoring output, and I think that's probably what a coach wants.
68-36, 8:04 left in the game. And you're right about that, Jason. I mean, you got 5 players averaging in double digits. I mean, that makes it pretty tough to defend right there.
Yeah.
Because as you mentioned, you had Shakayla Caples and Kiana Flax in particular the last year, and you couldn't shut both of them down, but if you could shut one of them down, you might get lucky and the other not have a good night. Well, obviously that didn't happen because the Lady Cardinals went 36-0 last year, won 6 national championship. But your point is well made about the Lady Cardinals have more weapons this year. Victoria Wells, I don't know how many rebounds she has, but she's having a big night. Lady Cardinals run the floor. Doty misses the shot, but Rodrika Patton keeps it alive. Now have Wells, Doty, Carter, Henderson, and Patton on the floor for the Lady Cardinals. Victoria Wells, who's had a really nice scoring game for herself. I think she's got, did you say 11, Jason?
That's right. Well, 9 right now.
9. Victoria Wells has Rodrika Patton tried to flip the ball to Crystal Henderson, but Crystal Henderson just took it away. Rodrika Patton puts up a 3. That one's kind of missed badly. Victoria Wells on the floor keeping it alive. Savannah Carter is going to get a blocking call called against Emmanuel. I think that's 4 on Emmanuel. Duke's going to come back into the game now with 4 fouls. So you'll have Carter on the floor with 4 fouls, and you'll have Patton on the floor with 4 fouls, and you'll have Carter on the floor with 4 fouls. So as Victoria Wells comes out of the game, the Apache ladies on the attack. Robertson works against Rodrika, and that's going to be good night, Rodrika.
She's finishing with 13 points tonight, Benny.
So she had 13 in Wednesday night. She had 13 in Wednesday night's win against Angelina. I'm sorry, I was distracted because I was reading the body language of Trina Jones as Rodrika went over and shook her hand. I don't think Trina realized that Rodrika had 5 fouls, and she's wondering, why is she coming and shaking my hand? And then she looked up at the scoreboard and saw the 5 fouls, and then she understood what it was all about.
Joy and confusion all at once.
Robertson hits both free throw attempts.
So I'm sure she'll be glad to have her out of the game.
It's back to a 30-point game. Lady Cardinals want to finish strong here. Crystal Henderson puts up the 3, no good. And here come the Apache ladies. Robertson for 3, no good. You saw the Apache ladies standing up on their benches. The Lady Cardinals are going to get an easy one here with Savannah Carter. And the Apache ladies thought that 3 was going to go down, and that would have been just a momentum thing to get from having a 30-point deficit. Oh, nice shot by Munoz. Got 6 points. She averages 7.7. near her average. Lady Cardinals had 40 points at halftime. Here's Savannah Carter. Nice job. Well, the Lady Cardinals do a great job of reading each other and knowing where each other is going to be and spotting the open person on the floor.
She now has 11.
She's playing with 4 fouls. Bugak is playing with 4 fouls. Rodriguez Patton is already fouled out. Apache Ladies only have 3 personal fouls this second half, but they've got another turnover now.
And that's 29 turnovers for the Apache Ladies.
29 turnovers. Victoria Wells is in the game. Keontae Doty's in the game. Just Lady Cardinals, we said they average 77.1 points a game. Tyler came in averaging 71.7. So they're going to finish well below their average, you would think, here, unless something really crazy happens. Ten on the shot clock. Bugak puts up the jumper. I'm not going to sound like a broken record and say it again, but
13 points.
74-40. Shannon Smith with the block, but she's going to be called for the foul. The officials say, easy. Shannon's second foul. Sending to the free throw line, Phillips. Phillips averages 8.6 on the season. Don't forget the men's game follows, and it's a big one, folks. I mean, it's really a big game for both teams. It's a big game. Tyler's trying to stay within striking distance of Navarro. The Cardinals are trying to strengthen their position for the postseason tournament. Five minutes to go in the game. Victoria Wells with a drive and is going to get the and one. Victoria Wells. I know that Elena Lovato has really been wanting to see Victoria get more aggressive and take more shots, and she's got a double-digit game now.
11 points right now, Benny. She's hustled for everything she's gotten tonight.
Victoria Wells headed to Texas Southern University, already signed. Took advantage of the early signing date in November. She'll be going to Texas Southern when this season's over with, and they're going to be getting a good one. Free throw attempt is no good. Rebound is controlled by Bugak for the Lady Cardinals to Wells. Shannon Smith gets it to a Duke down low. Back out to Shannon. Shannon puts up a three-pointer. She drains it. You could tell when Shannon put that one up, she knew that was headed in. Shannon Smith, 20 points now for the game. 79-42, Lady Cardinals. The Lady Cardinals will be on the road Wednesday. They go to Kilgore for a 5:30 start. Men will also be at Kilgore. Then the Lady Cardinals are on the road next Saturday at Jacksonville, so they're not at home they're gone next week. Victoria Wells is going to be called with the foul.
Well, that's her first. Well, right now, Benny, you've got 5 Lady Cards in double figures. That kind of meshes with what the scoring averages have done. Bugak and Patton have 13. We said, of course, Smith has 20, 11 for Wells and 11 for Savannah Carter.
79-42. Well, there were a lot of hands in the air down there. And Onschling, we thought, looked like a clean block there. She thought she had a clean block, but she's going to be called with a foul. Crowd's not too happy with that call either. This crowd's been pretty good tonight. They overlooked a lot of stuff.
Some of them have anyway.
I figure we'll have some intensity for the men's game, though. It should be a lot closer than this one. Free throw attempt is no good. Sierra Henry. Again, we thank you all for joining us on the Cardinal Sports Network. We will have the men's game approximately 20 minutes after the conclusion of this game. 79-43. Crystal Henderson with a drive. Looks like she was going to dish it off, but instead she puts up the shot. So Crystal Henderson puts the Lady Cardinals over the 80-point mark.
That was her 7th point.
So the Lady Cardinals, Jason, have done this without Shalante Allen, who's really actually the leading scorer on the team, averaging 15.3 points a game. So the Lady Cardinals have done a good job of picking up that slack, and I would have to say that goes to Victoria Wells tonight.
Absolutely.
A Duke with the block. .321 left. 81-43. There's a steal forced by Victoria Wells. A turnover, I should say.
It's number 30.
Onsling with a little underhand pass, tried to get it to a Duke in the lane. It goes through a Duke, and Victoria Wells had a shot at it, but she couldn't control it either. And the ball goes out of bounds and goes back over to the Apache ladies, trailing by a score of 81-43. So the Lady Cardinals look like they will win a game necessary, Jason, to probably become the #1 ranked team in the nation next week, with Hutch having lost Wednesday night to Garden City 64-62 in overtime. Lady Cardinals came into this game ranked number 2. It's a tough thing to do to run the table. Of course, the Lady Cardinals have a loss on their ledger. That was a forfeit to Weatherford when they didn't have enough eligible players. And there's a Duke with another outside shot. I'm telling you, Jason, can you imagine the team next year if Elena recruits another post and they can move a dude outside, actually?
I mean, she moves so well. She just, a lot of tall players kind of, they move awkwardly. She moves so smooth.
That's going to be a severe matchup problem.
Yeah. That's Wells again causing problems.
And Trina Jones is going to call a full timeout, 83-45. Lady Cardinals now have scored 43 points this half. Apache ladies have scored 28. So Lady Cardinals had a very good first half. Anytime I see a team, Lady Cardinal team hold a team under 20 points at halftime, like 17, whatever, it reminds me of Kurt Butke. I know I've told the story before, because back when Kurt was the coach here, I would visit with him before the game, and I'd say, what should I be looking for, Kurt? And he said, well, if they've got more than 16 points in the first half, we didn't play well. And, they play the first half, you'd look up, and it was 49-16. He could nail it. It's just like he's a brilliant coach, obviously, and a great coach and a great friend that I miss very much. But it was just uncanny, and it would always amaze me. I can't tell you how many times there would be situations like that. Not every game, but, there would be a game I'd say, all right, how much tonight? It kind of became a running bit with us. When I just look at him, he'd say 19 or 17, and he could almost hit it right on the number.
He kind of knew what he was doing.
I think so.
A little bit.
I think so. You hope no other team ever makes 6 straight national championship games unless it's the Lady Cardinals doing it again. And they're trying to do it for a 3rd straight year this year. That would be the plan. Apache ladies get the ball down low to Lopez. She misses the shot, but the Apache ladies control. Dominic Brooks did a great job of stepping out and cutting off Robertson. Brooks with the block. Wow, a great job of defense. I tell you what, Victoria Wells has had a really nice game, and Dominic Brooks had a good sequence there. Dominic Brooks Back out to Wells. Lady Cardinals content to reset with 1:33 left in the game. Carter, three-pointer, no good. Rebound goes to the Apache ladies. Robertson working against Carter.
Wow. There's 1:12 left on the clock right now, Benny, and Savannah Carter is playing that kind of defense. You got to like that.
You got to like that, but what I thought you were wowing about, actually, and that was a good wow on your part. My wow was going to be it's 83-45 with 1:12 left, and Tyler called a timeout to save a possession.
Well, I mean, if you know whether I don't know where that timeout came from. It looked like it came from the bench, but I mean,
did it? Oh, did okay.
Well, yeah,
okay.
They're just so out of sorts, and you have to be. Well, you don't have to be, but that's the way it kind of ends up when you face that kind of pressure. I mean, there's 1:12 left in a game that is just. I mean, Trinity Bell's almost doubled up on you. And they're still playing that kind of defense, and that's a player with 4 fouls. I mean, they don't seem to play, maybe in a closer game, but they just don't seem to play with the circumstances. A player that has so many fouls, they may not play as tough as they might. Well, if she fouls out, they've got more to reload. They're just going at it all the way, to the end.
Okay, I'm going to say that your wow trumped my wow.
Okay, I'll say that too.
I'm going to give you that one. Scoreboard. Enjoy it.
And that was Wow Talk for this Saturday night.
And the Cardinal cheerleaders are finishing up here. Wow Talk.
I mean, but really, it's just fun. The pressure and the intensity and the hustle, and they just don't give up.
Resuming play after the timeout, and there's a steal by Crystal Henderson, but she stepped on the sideline. Cardinal fans disagree. They had a better view over there, and they said the official missed that one. But you're right, Jason. You bring up a great point. Here we are at this point of the game, and look at Savannah Carter out there. That's the kind of stuff that's going to pay off for you if you make it to Salina. You just got to believe that. 1 minute to go. 1 minute even. The Lady Cardinals leading by a score of 83-45.
I was going to say that too, but I mean, they're going to be in some games this year where they're going to have to be playing that kind of defense with 1:12 left in the ball game, and it's going to be a closer ball game. There's no question about it. So might as well get used to it.
And you don't have your first five on the floor, really, too.
Right.
This might wind up not being a combination that you'd have in the game. Crystal Henderson going to drive the distance, going to be fouled in the act of shooting, will go to the free throw line. That's only going to be the 5th team foul on Tyler this half. So Tyler, I guess you could say, has played a clean second half as far as defense goes.
Well, they had something like 17 or 18 fouls in the first half. So.
How many points does Crystal have tonight?
She's going to the line right now with 7 points.
7 points. Like I said, she's averaging 10.7 on the season. Struggled a little bit lately. No doubt she's the unquestioned floor leader of this team, but I know she's really frustrated with herself that her shots aren't falling. But she'll be there big time when they have to have her. No doubt about that.
It's a long season. I think everybody gets the yips.
It's not your golf game.
I live with the yips.
Yeah.
Some people just get them.
And Crystal gets that one to fall. 36.9 seconds, 84-45. Lady Cardinals are going to extend their home winning streak to 41. Another double-digit win. The average margin of victory. And there's Savannah Carter playing to the end. Savannah Carter, 86-45. Savannah Carter, no quitting that young lady. She's still defending out there. Transferred in from Grambling. She will be going on to bigger and better things after her career here's over with here this year. Trinice Robertson with the miss. Victoria Wells pushing the basketball. Gets it off to Doty. Doty misses the layup. Dominic Brooks with the putback. There's a contact. Brooks rebounds laying on the floor. And Crystal Henderson dives and gets the loose ball. And that's the ball game.
What a way to end it. I was hoping they'd just dribble it out.
Final score, Lady Cardinals 86, Tyler 45. I'm not laughing at the final score, honest, folks. That last sequence just got me a little bit there. The Lady Cardinals ran their record to 24-1. They are 11-0 in conference play. Tyler fell to 10-14. 3-8 in conference play. The Lady Cardinals, as we mentioned, have now won 41 straight home games. The average margin of victory in those games will now go up to about 29.9, somewhere along in there, over those 41 games. So that's going to wrap up that part of it. Now we're going to let Jason wrap up the scoring.
Well, as always, we'll start with the visitors, the Apache ladies. They were led in scoring by 2 players today, Benny. Bria Manuel had 13. Shanice Robertson had 13 also. As you had mentioned, she leads the team usually with 18.2. They had 6 points from Kim Munoz, 5 from Sierra Henry, and 4 each from Adrian Phillips and Carolina Lopez. Tyler had 32 turnovers, Benny, and that's always going to be a hard thing to do. Now, for Trinity Valley, they were led in scoring by Shannon Smith. She had 20 points, right about 6 better than her season average. 15 from Adut Bolgak, 13 each from Savannah Carter and Rodrika Patton, 11 from Victoria Wells, 8 from Crystal Henderson, 6 from Keonta Doty. And they had just 11 turnovers, and pretty good night at the free throw line, not bad.
Well, the Lady Cardinals, as we mentioned, go to 24-1, and they'll await now the next national poll coming out next Wednesday. You would think that they would go to number 1 in the nation. I mean, Hutch lost, and 1 loses. They usually are going to fall at least a couple of spots. We'll wait and see. That's something the Lady Cardinals can't control. They controlled here tonight what they needed to control, and they won their 41st straight home win. And they'll be in action again next Wednesday. They go to Kilgore for a 5:30 game. Then I think next Saturday they are in Jacksonville for a 4 p.m. game. We're going to step away for a few minutes. Let us reset some things. We're 20 minutes away from the start of the men's game. We'll be back with you in about 10 or 11 minutes. And we thank you for joining us for Trinity Valley Basketball on the Cardinal Sports Network.